Welcome to Optimal Timelines. I am your guide, Sean, and helping you to connect to your most optimal future timeline. So it's that time again. It's time for your monthly Tarotscope readings for September 2022 for your North Node by sign and house. Now, if you're new to the channel, the reason I use your North Node as opposed to your Sun, Moon, or Ascendant is it's recognized in astrology that your North Node is your North Star. It's your soul path, what you're here to learn and experience. So it's much more relevant to your everyday life and makes for much more accurate readings. So I'm going to connect to the energies and then we can begin. I call upon my spirit guides and guardians and the wisdom of my ancestors to bring forth the information that's true and correct for all who see this reading, that it may bring them the most beautiful, happy life possible and set them on their most optimal future timeline. So may it be. Okay, so this is the monthly Tarotscope reading for September 2022 for everybody with their North Node in Aries and or the first house. And while I'm shuffling, I want to invite you to close your eyes, relax, take some deep breaths, really relax into the reading and open up to what you most need to know at this time in your life. So North Node in Aries and or the first house. Okay, so the spread on this side of the table represents the first half of the month from the 1st to the 15th, and this one represents the second half of September 2022 from the 16th to the end of the month. Now, your overall theme card for this month, what popped out is the Ace of Swords, and what I'm feeling with this, okay, is that this is a month for setting boundaries and the correct use of force, if you will, being able to deal with obstacles, whether they be people or situations. And the first half of the month, what I'm seeing is I'm seeing an old or ongoing issue that it seems like it's hanging on, like there's some trouble moving away from it. I'm seeing this reversed Six of Swords, and I feel like some of you are doing better at moving away from this situation. Now, this situation has to do with it has an emotional component, but it has a very strong component of communication and also mental energy. And with this Queen of Swords here, along with the Six of Swords reversed, I'm feeling like some of you are dealing with maybe a situation or a person like kind of ongoing that is, it could be difficult to deal with. And then what I'm seeing with this Queen of Swords, and then you have the Queen of Pentacles. It's almost like some of you are needing to bring the energy of the Queen of Swords. So someone who is able to like be strong mentally and set boundaries and stand up for themselves, or also the Queen of Pentacles, which rules like the earth signs, which is laying a foundation and being very firm in and strong in standing where you are in your life. But I feel a lot of you, so the situation, what I'm seeing for a lot of you is that it's like an ongoing thing that could be, especially with this Queen of Pentacles, you know, it could be words that have been said, conversations, difficulty in communication. And literally, I think that for most of you, this is going to be the situation is going to involve another person or group of people. And as I said, it's for some of you it could be new, but I feel like this is an ongoing thing. And even if it's a new people or players in this situation, I feel like this situation is kind of like come up. It's like a theme that's kind of come up over and over again. And what you're being called to do is you're being called to, it could be standing up for yourself communication wise. It could be, having to set certain boundaries. And what this is going to do is when you're able to, like with this Queen of Swords moving into the Queen of Pentacles, it's like when you're able to do this successfully, it's almost like you can lay down your sword and you can be in a more comfortable state. You don't always have to be in a position of, needing to be in battle, okay? But it's almost like unless you were able to, you won't be able to get to that relaxed state, is what I'm saying, until these boundaries are set. Now, your two advice cards, the Sun reversed and the Ace of Wands. And the Sun, remember, is one of those cards in the tarot deck that is also positive reverse, but it's like a delayed or somewhat blocked energy. And what I feel like is that what is really going to help you with this Ace of Wands is it's like a dose of courage. It's like at the point where, when someone says, I'm going to finally do something, I'm going to finally take action, or I'm going to finally move in a certain direction, and it's making that decision, that energy of the Ace of Wands. It's like I see this first half of like a decision being made. And as I said, this situation in this first half of the month, it's something that is, deep down, it's something where you need to set some boundaries and you need to take action, and you're going to feel better for it. I know you don't necessarily want to have to go this route, but that's really what you're learning in this lifetime with this North Node in Aries, is really learning how to be the warrior, but the peaceful warrior. Once you are laying the boundaries down, and you will have people respect those boundaries. So I see a lot of you, what really is going to happen is, I feel a lot of you are going to feel this call, and you're going to be like, okay, this is the time for me to take action. I'm going to put energy toward that, okay? And moving on to the second half of the month, what I'm feeling in particular with this is there is a component. I feel like there is a component of emotions going on here, but I'm seeing a lot of you are dealing with an issue that could have to do with addictions. It's like someone around you, or there's the energy of addiction. We have the Devil card here, and we have the King of Cups moving into the Seven of Wands reversed, okay? And there, it's like a situation. There's also an element of kind of fear involved. Like it could be a tough conversation that needs to be made or had, and or a decision needs to be made, or a conversation that needs to be had. And I feel like, when it's like facing this particular fear. Again, that's what the Ace of Swords is. It's swords. It's being able to face something kind of head on and take action. Besides addictions and fear, what I'm feeling around this is it's like an element of almost like there could be an element of obsession that's around this situation that needs to be, and that's kind of adding to. But it's an intense situation, emotionally. And I do feel with this King of Cups, it could have to do with someone that is a water sign. Possibly male, possibly female, or any gender, because the kings and queens are all, the tarot deck is not gender specific, but I feel like kind of more on the end of like a male energy and like a male water sign. So a Scorpio, Cancer, Pisces. I'm kind of feeling with this, and the situation is intense to where it almost feels like with this Seven of Wands reversed, it's like you don't feel like it's hard to get a handle on it or feel like you're getting taking care of it or being on top of it. And really, what the reason that this is happening this second half of the month, this situation, is you have your two advice cards here, the Two of Pentacles, and you have the Hangman reversed. And what this is that this is shaking up your world in order to gain new perspective and new skills. So it's like, and a lot of times that this happens in life, and you probably have experienced like when something happens in your life, especially for you North Nodes and Aries of the first house, it's like it seems like a big shakeup, or it seems like a big inconvenience, or something that is like, fearful to do or whatever, but it seems like it's throwing you off balance. But the reason it's doing that is to get you to that new perspective. It's trying to get you to see something new in yourself, see something new in your life. Because when you get this new perspective, it's going to help you go in a direction that's going to be more positive, for you. And it's like getting you to make these changes. So at first it seems uncomfortable, but once you finally see it for what it is, this situation, and like kind of face those fears, you're going to see that it's not as big of a monster as you might have thought, especially when you take steps toward whatever it is you need to face. But really, that's what this month is. This month is setting boundaries, taking action where you need to, really developing those beautiful inner strengths, developing that inner warrior, the peaceful warrior, but being able to draw that courage into you. Okay, so look, these situations, they are here to help train you in this regard. And as I've said before with this North Node, this is like it's like a wise martial arts instructor or guru that is like teaching you to navigate your life, and you're learning these new skills. It seems uncomfortable at first, but when you start to take these steps, you're going to see really big changes, by doing what's uncomfortable now and setting these boundaries and not letting people, take as much advantage of you or overstep their boundaries with you. When you do that, you're going to find that your life is going to be much more serene, and you won't have to constantly be on guard. So anyway, hopefully this all makes sense. If you have any questions, reach out to me in the comments. Would love to connect with you there. Thank you so much for watching, liking, sharing, and subscribing. If you'd like a personal reading, there'll be some information in the description box below. But go out, be strong, make it a great month, and we will see you on some more videos. Many blessings.